Okay, so setup-wise decent. I think there's always a pretty good sort of start position there we've seen from your sort of setup now. I think the main thing now with this takeaway, I think it's a little on the inside, but I'd rather see you going that way with a better turn with the body. It's going to help you get more depth this way as we go back. As you get to here now, the first move, a good-ish top of the backswing position in terms of the club face in your left arm. Your first move now is more kind of twisty. So the club now gets that sort of steeper angle of attack coming through, so your right neck, shoulder area, okay, and right shoulder. As you get down there now, that club, as we can see, sort of nearer your left forearm, coming down quite steep, and then you're now trying to manage that club face, and with little tiny sort of micro adjustments, fix the shot. And sometimes you get a really good fix. When you don't fix, it's that sort of pulley, fatty, thinny, cutty ones, all the above. Okay, so if we look at that position you got there now, and we compare it to this sort of practice movement. So up the top of the backswing, if you let the body stay facing back here, let your arms come down, you see the club face now, there's the club shaft going through your right forearm, yeah? And that's kind of more the position we're looking for compared to where you got to here, where your hands kind of sort of get sort of mid-height. Look where your arms are there now. Look at the difference. You've got your arms structure now. The body's still more feeling unwound as you come back. And this is obviously a bit of exaggeration for you as the club starts coming down here, but that's the feeling you've got to start producing, as we say, away from the ball. So in this case, here is kind of the hitting box. You do your practice kind of over here, well away. And I do one on a golf course, would probably be sort of back behind the ball, but somewhere away. So you identify where you think about the shot, next to your bag, where am I going to go? Oh, there's water left, bunker, okay, winds are there, how far am I going to go? What's the measurements? If you're out in the States and stuff, you'll have obviously meters and stuff with measurements. You have to readjust yourself to that. Most of the pins are to the front of the green, or most of the measurements are to the front. So you might be stood next to a 150 marker, which in your head, what's a 9-iron, roughly? Yeah. A 150 marker in America could equal 200 yards to the flag. Really? Because 150 yards in America, 150 yard marker is in meters. That's 165 yards, it's 10%, and 165 yards to the front. If that green's the same as our 18 to the button, it's 40 yards long, and the pin's on 35 yards, you've got a 200-yard shot. So you're next to a 150 marker, and you're in a 5-iron or a 6-iron, your brain's like, I can't do this. And that's going to be the biggest. I struggle in America big time with that, because you hit a 150 marker, your brain autopilot goes, 9-iron, 8-iron, or whatever. So you've got to be careful with that, okay? But that's the feel you're trying to produce, away from the ball, getting that sensation there. So the club also is dropping. When you're doing this, you are shifting towards target. So this movement in rehearsal here now, shallowing out the golf club, getting the club, as you can see, through that right forearm, back into a much better position. And as you swing through now, your weight on the left side, release with the target. Then when we step in now, we just hit. Generally, we're going to see the club probably go slightly steeper than the practice, but in theory being a little bit shallower to the shot in terms of what it was before, okay? In this case, because the swing's fast for you, you're not that far from where you were. You have come down, obviously, a little bit, because the strike when you did better. In this case, the shot we got was good, but you haven't moved that much. What feels to you like you've moved the club miles, so up the top of the backswing, keep the body from unwinding too much. Look at the club as it comes back down now. It's still on a slightly steeper position. Okay? But because you feel a little bit shallow, you get your back for like a nanosecond, as the club then comes back into impact here now, we're slightly more in a shallower, the club shaft, shall I say, is more kind of inside the golf ball, striking the golf ball there now nicely, and the body then rotating through the target, ball flying obviously a lot straighter and doing the shot the shape you want it. I think you just see that little fade off the left, which is fine. And then you can see that by the way you set up for the shot. You set up for that shot. Yeah. So you're aiming kind of over here somewhere to sort of see. What we want, though, is that ball to be hitting the target that way, not obviously starting over here, but equally not sort of going a big old banana army. We want to sort of start fairly and just fall out of the sky. So your path is going to be going left more so because of what your body's doing, but you've still got to swing that club around you on plane based on what the club's doing, So we're not trying to swing out to the target line. We aim a bit left, so we just swing a normal straight shot. And it's that feel at the top of the backswing. Once you get up here now, the body's going to stop unwind. Your body's going to unwind anyway. Keep the back to target for as long as you can. Feel the arms kind of falling down here. This hip now, a bit quieter. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So a few morning, buddy, okay?